Hello everyone, I am truly happy to see you on my channel. Our journey through Europe continues, and in this video you will find out how a small French town inspired both Disney Studios and Hayao Miyazaki himself. You will learn why Colmar is called the capital of Christmas and what makes its Christmas markets some of the most beautiful in Europe. It was right here that the man who designed the appearance of the Statue of Liberty in New York was born. You will also discover how many tons of snails the French eat every year and why in Colmar one can easily get intoxicated not only by its beauty but also by a glass of white wine. I will tell you about a place that will surely make you feel like a character in a real fairy tale. Imagine narrow streets, canals, and gingerbread houses with colorful facades. And all this is not a movie set, but a real French town that inspired Disney when creating Beauty and the Beast. Yes, here you can quite literally find yourself inside the very story we all know from childhood. By the way, you can already find my previous video about Frankfurt on my channel. It's very interesting, please take a look after this one. But I promise that today will be no less fascinating. The facts about Colmar will truly surprise you, and perhaps after watching this video, you will immediately add it to your must-visit list. Please don't forget to support this video with a like and a comment, and to subscribe to the channel. It really inspires me to create more new and interesting videos for you. So, let's go! Colmar is indeed considered the prototype of Belle's village from Beauty and the Beast. When you walk through its streets, it feels as though the film's characters might appear from around the corner at any moment. The town has preserved the unique style of the Alsace region, a historical area on the border between France, Germany, and Switzerland. That's why everything here feels like a blend. French lightness and German precision, making Colmar look so unusual and distinctive. But if the town truly resembles a Disney fairy tale set, something else surprised me even more. Many people say this very place inspired Hayao Miyazaki to create one of his most famous films. Can you guess which one? I'll give you a few seconds. Write your guesses in the comments. It'll be fun to see if you're right. The correct answer is Howl's Moving Castle. And if you've seen the movie, it's easy to draw parallels when looking at Colmar's old streets, the cobblestone paths, narrow alleys, half-timbered houses with painted facades all together create that magical atmosphere of an enchanted town. One of the most famous buildings here is the Pfister House. It truly looks like something from an animated world rather than real life. So, we left Japan to travel around Europe for a few months, but somehow Japan seems to follow me everywhere. I keep finding parallels wherever I go. Let's talk about a few unexpected facts about Colmar and France in general. Colmar's population is only about 70,000 people. It's a small town, yet one of the most visited in all of France. Every year, millions of tourists come here, almost 20 times more than the number of locals. Colmar completely won my heart, and of course, I couldn't resist buying a few souvenirs. You know how it is, you convince yourself you absolutely need them. I bought trays decorated with images of the town, very cute, but later at home I thought, why did I do that? Still, at that moment it felt like the most necessary purchase in the world. France also has some unusual laws. For example, it is officially forbidden to name a pig Napoleon out of respect for the emperor's memory. There are an incredible number of cheese varieties here, over 1,500. The French joke that you can eat a different cheese every day for a year and still not try them all. Colmar is sometimes called the wine capital of Alsace, but it's also famous as the flower capital of France. Locals adore flowers, and almost every house and balcony is decorated with bright blooms. Interestingly, Colmar is one of the sunniest and driest places in France because it lies in the rain shadow of the mountains. Rain usually stays beyond the peaks and hardly ever reaches the town. And did you know, there's a French town with the shortest name, just one letter, Y. In French, it's pronounced E grec. The locals literally say, I live in Y. Fewer than 100 people live there, and they're even called Ypsilonians. Write in the comments which fact surprised you the most. Colmar can truly be called a place of wonder. Somehow, it almost completely escaped damage during World War II, which is incredible when you think about it, since neighboring cities were destroyed, yet here even the smallest details remain untouched, as if time simply passed the town by. That's why today, as you stroll through Colmar, you see almost the same city that existed 100 years ago. There's even a World War II tank right in front of the house. We stayed in quite an unexpected view. One of Colmar's districts is called Little Venice, and it really does look magical. The Lausch River runs through the town, lined with colorful old houses, and in summer, everything is covered in flowers. The bright facades reflected in the water make you feel like you're walking through a living postcard. You can even take a peaceful boat ride. Unlike the busy Venice we all know, this one feels much cozier and more romantic. Few people know that Auguste Bartholdi, the sculptor who designed the Statue of Liberty, was born right here in Colmar. He created its artistic concept, the look, the pose, every detail. Thanks to him, the enormous statue we all know from New York exists today. There's a Bartholdi museum here dedicated to his life and work, and you can even see smaller replicas of the Statue of Liberty around town. It reminded me once again of Japan in Tokyo's Odaiba district. There's also a replica of the Statue of Liberty, a local landmark and popular photo spot. By the way, I have a separate video about Odaiba on my channel. Make sure to check it out. I promise it's worth watching. My husband said, you should film a toilet review and compare it with Japanese ones, and the fact that it was free was already a huge plus, because in Germany we couldn't find a single free restroom. Colmar is often called the most German town in France. Throughout history it has alternated between French and German rule, so both influences are still strongly felt in its architecture, food and overall atmosphere. I filmed Colmar in summer, but this place is beautiful in every season. In winter, true magic begins. The town hosts some of the most beautiful Christmas markets in Europe. The streets are decorated with lights and garlands. Wooden stalls sell hot chocolate, mulled wine, sweets and handmade ornaments. Every building becomes part of the celebration, with windows adorned with fir branches, lanterns, and tiny figurines. The atmosphere is so magical that you really feel as if you're inside a Christmas fairy tale. That's why in December, so many tourists come here to experience it in person. If in summer Colmar looks like a Disney fairy tale, then in winter it becomes the capital of Christmas. It's the perfect destination to visit in December if you want to feel the holiday spirit in every detail. Another distinctive feature of Colmar is its wine. The town lies in the very heart of the Alsace wine route, and winemaking has been part of life here for centuries. Almost every family in the region is somehow connected to wine, growing grapes, producing wine, or running a cellar. The pride of the region is its white wines, light, fresh, and fragrant, with notes of fruit and flowers. They pair perfectly with local dishes, cheese, sausages, and sauerkraut. Wine here is not just a drink, it's a celebration. Every August, Colmar hosts a huge wine festival lasting nearly 2 weeks, with music, parades, concerts, and of course, tastings. The atmosphere is so lively that even if you're not a big wine lover, being there feels like a joy in itself. Colmar also preserves ancient wine cellars, including one where a barrel of wine over 500 years old is still considered drinkable. All these small yet remarkable details make Colmar not only a beautiful but also a delicious town, one you'll want to return to again and again. I'd love to know, which kind of wine do you prefer? And have you ever been to Colmar or perhaps to its wine festival? Share your impressions in the comments. I'm very curious to hear what you think. Alsatian cuisine combines French and German traditions. It's hearty and comforting. Think choucroute sauerkraut with sausages and meat, tarte flambée, a thin flatbread with cheese, onions and bacon, and savory pies. But there's one dish that every visitor must try to experience the true taste of France: snails. They are usually cooked with garlic butter, parsley, and spices, served in special plates and eaten with small tongs and a fork. For many tourists, it's quite an adventure to try them for the first time. But the French insist that they have a delicate flavor, a bit like mushrooms or even chicken. Every year, tens of thousands of tons of snails are eaten in France, and Alsace is one of the regions where this tradition is especially strong. Life in Colmar is also more affordable than in many other French cities. While it's not the cheapest place, compared to Paris, it's much more accessible. A one-bedroom apartment in Paris can cost over 2,000 euros a month, whereas in Colmar, a two-bedroom can be rented for around 800 euros. It's a very comfortable place to live, with schools, kindergartens, colleges, and even university campuses, which is rare for a small town. That's why many families live here for generations. Colmar is conveniently located between Strasbourg and Basel, about an hour by train to Strasbourg and just over 30 minutes to Basel. That makes it easy for locals to work or study in larger cities, while enjoying Colmar's peaceful and cozy atmosphere. That's Colmar, a town where fairy tales intertwine with history, where every building tells its own story, and where the atmosphere makes you forget about time. For some, it's just a travel destination. For others, it's a dream come true. Would you like to visit Colmar? And if so, when in summer, surrounded by flowers, or in winter, during the Christmas markets? Write in the comments, I'll be reading them with great interest. Please don't forget to support this video with a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you don't miss new episodes. Thank you so much for traveling with me. There's still so much more ahead. See you in the next videos. Bye!